Once Jijo Korean introduced me to a group of students as a selfless man. He thinks I am a selfless man. It actually perplexed me when he said that he's a selfless man. I'm not actually a selfless man. I am a selfish man. Still, it is the experience of Jijo that I am a selfless man. Why? Because he has been selfless to me. Naturally, I am also selfless to him. I can never be selfish to him because he's quite a generous man. And this is the case with whether it is Tom. I can never be selfish to him because he has been very much generous to me, Shaji. And I have also got a friend, Sojan, to whom I can never be selfish because he has done so much for me without expecting anything from me. It can be, it is possible. With some people, we can be quite selfless. They allow us to be selfless. This is the beauty of certain friendships. Now I am going to speak about a kind of extreme selflessness, which we call it hyperbolic selflessness. Uh, Derrida has written a book, in Given Time. In that book, he narrates a story written by Baudelaire. Baudelaire was a French poet, famous French poet. Whenever I read Baudelaire's poems, this is what I feel. Baudelaire is perhaps a poet who has chosen damnation for himself and giving us poems of salvations. His poems are very vivid and excellent poems. They make us to think a lot. And Baudelaire has also written a story, some stories, and this is the story which Derrida likes. Derrida speaks about this story. The name of the story is Counterfeit Money. Two friends are in a tobacco shop, and when they come out of that shop, they see a beggar. And one of the friends, he gave 2 francs coin to this beggar. The other person who saw that generous activity said that you have done well, appreciated him. But this person who gave money told him that I have not done much. Why? Because I gave him counterfeit money. He gave to the beggar counterfeit coins. When he says that, actually he is telling that now that beggar need not give me back anything because he should not feel anything for me. He should not feel that I have been generous to him because I gave him counterfeit coins. And there is also a problem. This money can also put him in jail. There is a problem. And there is also another way. He may be unnoticed, and this may also improve the life of the beggar. In that giving that counterfeit coin by telling that is counterfeit, the whole relationship between the beggar and this person is removed. Perhaps he might have done a harm to him. This is when we take this story, we can say that this is a kind of hyperbolic selflessness. I gave him. This person also can use that counterfeit coins for his own purpose. He can use that. But he has given to that beggar. Now, the hyperbolic selflessness is that you gave someone something so much so you don't expect anything back from him. Even you think that he must be dead for you. Though this is extreme way. But we can say that in your mind, you says that person stopped existing for you because I have done so much for me. For example, you have done something for someone and you meet him on the road and that person comes to you and then you may ask him, who are you? That kind of strangeness is already created in us. It is called hyperbolic selflessness. That person is dead for you, then what is there in you is a mourning. When someone dies, there is a mourning for you. That means you have so much he is removed from you. So what is there is a kind of mourning. That mourning which you have in you, which means that person is dead for you, dead in you. That mourning, that persons will compel you to continue your journey of selflessness. This is what there is a maxim for it. When you say that hyperbolic selflessness, the maxim or motto of the hyperbolic selflessness is this: never treat someone as a means to end. This is a problem. Most of the time we treat someone as a means to an end. But this hyperbolic self-analysis totally destroys that. He's never a means to you. He is always an end in itself. So much so, he is so, was totally removed from you. He is away from you. And you don't think that you have done anything for him because he is dead. Why should I feel that I have done something for him because he is in his grave? How can he thank me from grave? It doesn't mean that he is dead. But this hyperbolic selflessness makes thinking that level. This is what that counterfeit money is also proving about hyperbolic selflessness.